If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Troxel Sports Talk, and we are live for the Detroit Lions One Pride podcast. We got our man Dat Dude live. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Troxel?
We got Mark Orum from Orum's Forum. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, fellas?
And we got Everything King. What is going on, brother?
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's going on? Man, we got ourselves a good one today. So I want to open it up with, should the Detroit Lions re-sign Taylor Decker? We'll start with you, Mark Orum.
Yeah, with Taylor Decker there, I'm on a more wait and see approach with him right now. He's kind of been up and down his whole career so far with Detroit. So I'm going to take it with I just want to be cautious, man, because I'm not too sure what kind of money he's looking at. Those left tackles get paid quite a bit, right? So I'd like to see them wait on getting him re-signed.
Okay. How about you, Dat Dude Live?
See, I thought a lot about this, and this is a prove it year for him. He has to stop holding, man. I can't deal with all them penalties. Those penalties cost us so much. They lose the momentum that we have going into maybe even the second half. Sometimes, at times, he just holds when we're right there on the goal line, and it just takes us out of play, and we can't score. And he's got to prove that he can stop the holding and he can block for Stafford. So I would say no, not right now.
Okay. What about you, King?
Man, first of all, shout out to GRIDIRON BLITZ. I see you in the comments. Yeah, man, it's pretty much wait and see with me. First of all, the holding situation, man. If he can improve on that, and if the price tag is right, then I don't have a problem with it. Otherwise, you better have a valuable replacement if you don't.
Okay.
For sure.
I could definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
I see the Lions are in a tricky situation because I don't think they have a replacement just yet.
True.
So I think they're going to have to possibly give him that contract, but I think it's smart right now to wait. Let him play out this last year, and give him that test of, hey, prove it this year. I got you 17. What do you call it? When the season's over with,
Yeah.
So I feel like, I wish we had somebody because it's just, I hate the holding. Like that dude was saying, the holding really is a drive killer. You get a first down or a huge play, it gets called back 5-10 yards on a holding play.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And it's frustrating, but hopefully he can get it together this year. It's another year under Daryl Bevell and the new coaching staff. So hopefully, he can get it together because, as of right now, he's the best one we got.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I hope with the help that they've got that he sort of solidifies his role and does a lot better this year.
For sure. Do you think a guy like Tyrell Crosby could step in and play that left tackle role, or what do you guys think about that? That'd be kind of a difficult situation for him, man, because he's played okay in spots, and he was a left tackle in college, but
that position is just not looking good right now.
It's not looking good at all. No, it's truth, man. That's true.
What about you, King? Do you think Crosby can fill in for Decker if they go a different route?
Man, it all depends on what type of season he's gonna have, man. It's the same thing. It's like wait and see, man. It's tough. It's a tough situation. That's why I said that, man. You got to have a replacement if you're not going to bring him back. And yeah, that's just tough, man.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say I don't think so. Now he is a very good backup. He just needs to stop with his penalty issues as well.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like that left tackle position is a penalty eater. You know, they love to eat those penalties, but you know, if it really starts with the hands, like work in the off season on your hands. If you can work on that, you know, and move your feet properly, you know, you can maybe get, you know, you lower your hips and you be able to, you know, stop your man. You know, if those of you, I know King, you watch this, the same YouTuber, Bosch Lombardi. He always teaches people, you know, drop your hips. When you drop your hips, it gives you more stability as a lineman, and you're able to hold your ground and your block properly. So, I mean, if they could do that, then man, you know, we might actually have a real good, solid offensive line. You know, but I definitely think that, you know, we definitely need to probably re-sign Decker this offseason.
Yeah.
I still think we'd have to wait and see. If he don't pan out this year, then next year we just have to target free agency and see what we can get in the draft. But I think they're going to do that next year anyways.
Yeah, I definitely
same here.
I definitely agree with that. What was
Shout
that?
out to Abdul Terrell in the comments. He said, "Do you think the Lions should cut or waive Amendola?" Absolutely not. Unless you show me a reason why. No.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, with Danny Amendola, what he did this past season, I definitely think that, you know, he deserves to stay. I mean, even if it's just for this year and help groom a Marvin Hall. Man, Danny Amendola was so critical for us this past season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was, man. He's man, he's a chain mover.
Him and Matthew was starting to click, man.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So our next question is, should the Detroit Lions trade for Yannick Njoku? What's your guys' thoughts? We'll start with you, Mark.
I kind of been thinking about this one too. I like the kid and all. But I know that the Jacksonville Jaguars are asking a boatload for this kid. I know just before the draft, I know the Raiders were like really close to getting him, and then all of a sudden it just never happened. And lately I've been hearing, that's all good, bro. Yeah. And then the Raiders almost got him, apparently, and then it just kind of just went away. And then I keep hearing now that he's going to be on the 2020 roster, and but he's a heck of a talent. He averages like almost 10 sacks a year, but he's a little bit of a head case, man. He was like getting into Twitter beefs with was that Tony Khan, Shad Khan's son on Twitter. He was getting in some beef with him, and so he's a bit of a head case. So, but I'm going to say no.
Okay. What about you, Dat Dude?
We're on the Ngoku trade, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I I want to see what we can do right now. I don't want to try to take a long shot. I mean, I understand this could be the last year for him, but I feel like Patricia and Bob Quinn got a lot of the guys that fit the scheme, the mentality that they're really, really trying to push for. And I don't know what we're gonna have to give up in trying to get in Goku. So I would have to say no.
Okay. What about you, Everything King?
Absolutely not. The Lions they going after certain type of character and players, man. This guy has definitely had some issues. He's just I don't understand what's wrong with him at times. But again, the price tag they just want too much for him. If they get Yannick, man, I'm a panic. It's just it's they're gonna give up too much for him. Man. They just will.
For sure.
I say it's just not worth it. Him and Clowney are out for me.
Yeah, me too, man. I totally agree, King.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, I mean, it depends on really the price, but like King was saying, if he's gonna be a head case, and a disruption in the locker room, I don't think this organization can afford that. Even if they get him for pennies on the dollar. They really went after this year, getting rid of all that. I mean, the Detroit Lions do have enough to possibly take that type of contract. I know he's going to want 22 million. The Jacksonville Jaguars have around 20 million in cap space. And, if we give up, say, Marvin Jones Jr., who is it? Marvin Jones Jr., Desmond Trufant, and Jesse James, that frees up about 25 million. But I don't know how the Detroit Lions would want to go, but if he's gonna be a head basket, I don't want him.
Yeah, and he wants like 22 million, right?
Yeah, around 22 million.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville wants technically a first round draft pick.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
we're gonna need those next year, especially if Quinn and Patricia ain't here.
Yep, absolutely. So the next question is, who's the top sleeper in your opinion on the Detroit Lions roster heading into 2020? We'll start with you, Everything King.
Man, I was gonna say carry on, but I changed my mind the other day. I'm going with Jared Davis. The pictures, the training, with all the muscles everywhere. Muscles. This guy,
he's jacked, man.
God, man. This guy's built like RoboCop.
I know.
And he's definitely a student, but his physical form is probably going to play a lot in him being able to flourish and help him because he's not going to play in the middle this year. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but he's not playing in the middle this year. So I think it's going to help him flourish, man. It's contract year for this young man. I think he's going to go out there and try to prove something this year. But yeah, dude is yoked up, man. Like he's been working out with CT Fletcher or somebody.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's all facts, brother. So that dude, what's your thoughts on who's the biggest sleeper this year?
I'm gonna go a little different route. I know we got Okuda, Trufant, but I'm gonna say Amani Owarye.
Okay.
He was starting to come into his own at the end of last year, and I think he's gonna take that next step because right now, as all of the fans and everything that he's seeing is that he's not gonna be a starter, and I think he's gonna come into this offseason with like something to prove, and he's gonna be ready to do it come week 1. So I'm gonna say Amani Owarye.
Okay, how about you, Mark?
Yeah, man, that dude, you took mine. That's good. Yeah, you took mine. I was going to say him, but the other guy I was thinking of, man, and I've been talking about this guy for a little bit now. Hunter Bryant. undrafted free agent that they grabbed. And
Yeah.
I honestly think, like, I don't think TJ Hawkinson is in any like danger of losing his position or anything like that. But I think he needs to be peeking his head around for that kid, because that kid's coming, man. That kid's he's a good football player. He just got to get his head right, and he just got to stay healthy. Because if you look at his numbers from last year, man, they were solid. They were very solid, and he's a heck of a football player. And I think he could. It'd be nice to see him and Hawk work together, and I'm sure they will. But that's going to be my guy, Hunter Bryant, man. I'm just in love with that kid.
Okay, I can respect all those great guys that you guys picked. Man, you guys gave me a tough one to pick now. I gotta go deep in the bag. You know what? I'm gonna pick. Oh man, it's hard because I want to pick both of our rookie guards. You know, but if I'm gonna have to pick one, you know, give me Logan Stenberg. I think that dude's just going to be a phenomenal athlete. He's going to come into his own, hopefully mid-season, and, you know, really try to push towards, you know, a starting role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big Nasty.
Big nasty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Big Nasty. Hey, I was just watching this film the other day, and I was just like, man, I can't wait.
He's nasty. You got that attitude, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does.
Want to be good? You got that heart of a lion.
For sure, man. Now they're comparing him to like the new Bill Laimbeer of Detroit, eh? I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Time to see it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely trying to see is going to be definitely key. So the next question is, what should we expect from TJ Hawkinson in year 2 and Jeffrey Okudah in year 1, our last 2 number 1 overall picks? We will start with Dat Dude live.
I think you can expect TJ Hawkinson to, even though we don't want him to do it this year, this is just an analogy. He's going to take a big hurdle. Yeah, he don't need to do that on the field, but he's gonna take a big hurdle, especially if he gets to work with Tony Gonzalez. I mean,
yep,
the sky's the limit for him, and it just sucks that he didn't have Matthew Stafford to throw to him for the last half of the season, and that he himself went out with an injury and ended on IR. So I think he's going to take a big step. I think this offense is going to take a big step forward too. Jeffrey Okudah, I'm made a video about this. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I think Jeffrey Okudah, I want to see the Lions sort of take our time with him. I'm tired of the Lions just throwing people out there and it's like a sink or swim, because most of the times the kids sink. And then I'd hate to have him go the next 2 seasons just being thrown in there, not really having the time to grasp everything out there on the field, just for us to get rid of him, another team pick him up and get an all-star. I don't want to see that. So I hope to see Okudah start by probably week 3, week 4, but being mixed in there week 1 and 2.
Right.
Because I'm not too sure if we're going to have a preseason this year, but I just don't want to go too fast with it. Let's take our time. Let's do this right. That way we don't have to do it again.
Absolutely. How about you, Mark?
Well, with Hawkinson, I'm just looking for him just to improve on his numbers. Obviously, he needs to get in the end zone a little bit more. I think last year he had like 30-something catches, 300+ yards or something like that, and just a couple scores. So, and he did miss games though. So obviously I want him to stay healthy. That's one major thing too. And I'm okay with the hurdling, man. You know what I mean? If I'm just hoping, because like after he did that last year, he seemed to be a little bit sketchy after he got hurt, man. Because I thought he died on the field, man, when he fell down.
I was at that game.
Oh, you were there?
I was
Oh,
at that
man.
game.
Man.
That ground is
That was a
something.
Kansas City game, right?
Yes.
Yes, it
Oh.
was, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was kicking they behind too.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I honestly thought I knew he was concussed, obviously, and knocked out, but man, I did not like the way he looked. But I'm okay with him doing it again. I think he needs to do it again and then succeed at it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying though? Yeah, I expect like bigger numbers. I expect maybe 60 catches, 500-600 yards, and about like 8-9 touchdowns. Like I expect big things from him, man.
Yeah, more of an end zone threat.
Yeah, more of that red zone. So I'm looking forward to seeing what him and Matthew can do this year. And but with Okudah, see that the cornerback's like the second hardest position in football, I think, to step in as a rookie. In my opinion, I think in quarterback being number one. So with Okudah, man, like I like to see him get eased in a little bit in on the defense, but I'm okay with him starting right away, I guess. But it would be nice maybe if he can just mix him in a little bit there at the start the first couple weeks, and then. But hey, man, he's boasting that Okudah Island's coming to town, so hey, let's see it, man. But it's a very tough position for rooks, and I expect a lot of growing pains, man. But I expect him to ball out, man.
Absolutely. How about you, Everything
Yeah.
King?
First of all, I want to say I'm okay with the hurdling, but I would prefer him to try to do the Gronkowski thing where you make it hurt when somebody tries to tackle you.
Yeah.
I'd rather him do that.
Sure.
Hawkinson is still pretty much the player on offense that I think is going to have a breakout year this year. The Lions need to, first of all, target him properly. But the kid's talent, man, it was too many signs there last year. Matthew Stafford going out was devastating. Obviously, they went away from the tight end game, with Blau and the other guy.
Driscoll.
But yeah, right, yeah, the guy. But yeah, as far as TJ, I think he's definitely going to break out. Now, when it comes to Okudah to me, they need to be careful with this one. They need to bring him in at the right pace. First of all, I don't think it's going to be that easy for him because I think that Oruwariye is definitely a stud, and he's going to have to outplay Oruwariye to get that spot.
Yes, sir.
Oruwariye, remember, was supposed to have been a second-round pick. We got lucky. But he showed that promise, towards the end of the season last year, and I think he's definitely going to step up to the plate and show his worth. The ball hawking and everything else, man. And man, I love Amani Owari. I can't even say his name now. Y'all did that.
That's the hardest name to say.
Oruwariye.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I love that guy, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him play, man. But Jeff Okudah, you just want to be careful with that. I don't want them to throw him in too early, and the fans get you should have took a cornerback that early and all of that stuff.
Well, that's going down, no King.
that. God. So yeah, all the snot bubbles and everything. I'm not ready for all of that.
Snot bubbles.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely. I think he's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to beat out Amani to get that spot.
Absolutely. And I definitely think that, TJ Hawkinson's going to take a next step. It's another year under Darrell Bevell and the coaching staff. If his time is now, his general manager that drafted him, his job is on the line. He needs Hawkinson to perform, and I think he will. I think with a healthy team, a healthy Matthew Stafford, in another year in the system, it's going to definitely help him. I definitely need him to stay healthy. I believe everyone on the panel did say that. He needs to stay healthy. I'm kind of a little against the hurdling. I'm with Gridiron BLITZ. I'd rather see him truck him and hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a big boy.
Make
Oh
it
yeah,
hurt.
I seen some game film from actually Vash Lombardi back in December of last year, and his blocking and trucking and things like that. Man, he had a hashtag. It was finish your food.
Oh man, I love that. I love Vash Lombardi, man. Shout out to Vash Lombardi.
Absolutely. Shout out to Vash Lombardi. If you guys are not familiar, he does a lot of game breakdowns, and he does a phenomenal job. He is a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know us Detroit Lions fans do not like the Cowboys, but overall, man, hey, I can't knock his hustle. And man, phenomenal channel. And I definitely enjoy TJ Hawkinson. I was saying I wanted TJ Hawkinson that same day that video dropped from Vash Lombardi, because I was like, hey, I gotta put the hashtag on Twitter, I gotta put the hashtag on Facebook, and every other social media possible. Finish your food, young fella.
Yes. All right.
And for Amani or Okuda, I definitely think he does have to fight through Amani Oruwariye. I was super happy that we drafted him. I thought it was the right pick, regardless of 3rd overall or 10th overall. I thought, what he brought is what the Detroit Lions need, is a shutdown corner.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to see Okuda and Oruwariye on the field together.
Oh, that future is going to look nice, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Some
That's-
young studs.
2 young studs on an island,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. And another person I'm looking at this year in college is Sean. Sean, what's his name? Something from OSU. It's their slot corner.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if we could possibly get him as well, that young core with a Justin Coleman, phenomenal. But as far as Jeffrey Okuda, I want him to ball out. He's the 3rd overall pick. Ball out of control, but play within your game. Don't try to overdo things. Play your game.
Yeah.
And if you have to say, hey, I am a little weak at this, I need, my safeties to be here. If this happens, that's okay. Oh yeah, Sean Wade, that's his name. Appreciate that, Steve-O. But that's what I need from him. I mean, I need him to show that, okay, hey, I know I'm going to be a future leader on this team, and take that leadership a little bit and admit where, okay, hey, I know over the top I'm going to get burnt a lot of times. So I need my safeties to kind of protect that in case of that happens. We get at least an interception or a fumble or something like that to where it saves the possession. So that's what I really would want to see. But yeah, we definitely need to have great communications though, with those, especially those 2 players being 1st round picks and all.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the next question is, does Matthew Stafford deserve to be on Mount Rushmore? We will start with you, Everything King.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's not as easy as it may seem. Like I said, due to the fact that we haven't per se won particularly playoff games or anything like that, it'll be kind of hard for me to do that. But it's not like the other guys on Mount Rushmore did a lot themselves, so
True.
I could see it. Matthew Stafford has taken many years of beatings and broken bones for this team.
Oh yeah.
I could see it just because of that, just because the guys before him didn't have, any difference in success. So you could do that. I can go with it.
You said you can't go with it?
I can go with it just because of that. Like I said, it's not like we got some winning history or something.
Okay. What about you, Dat Dude Live?
I'm not sure about Mount Rushmore. but I do know what he deserves, and he deserves a team built around him. He deserves a run game. He deserves a defense. He deserves to not get sacked 40 times a season. I do know that. 10 years, getting hit 40 times, and then still barely making the playoffs. And then when you do, not being able to win a game, this guy, he's literally put the team on his back. And he deserves to get a solid team built around him. But Mount Rushmore, man, I'm gonna have to say when he gets that team, I want to see that's what I want to see, because that's what we've all been arguing, is that if you give him a team, then he can take us there. So let me see him get a team first.
Okay. What about you? I know you did come out with a video, Mark Orum. If you haven't checked out Mark Orum's video, definitely do so. I did have it in my community tab. But what about you? Do you think Matthew Stafford should be on Mount Rushmore?
Hey, I love Matt Stafford, man. I do. Obviously, with the video that I showed, I was kind of funning around with yesterday too with it. I was talking to a bobblehead doll. It's being a little silly. But for the beating, like you guys have said, man, like for the beating that kid has took in that city by not only NFL teams, but by fans, fans from Detroit and other fans from other football teams, that he gets absolutely no respect. And like you guys have been touching on too, he has put the Detroit Lions on his back and done the best with what they have given him. Like they have really, the organization has pretty much failed him in my eyes. They've given him a couple nice little weapons. Calvin Johnson's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. No disrespect to him because he's the man. But other than that, they've given him squat. They haven't given him much. And he's put up numbers year after year. He's been an Iron Man. He got hurt early in his career, and then all of a sudden he went 7-8 years straight without getting hurt, and then just putting up good numbers and getting better when Kelvin left too. That was really impressive because everybody said he was done when Kelvin left. Everybody said that. He's never gonna be anything without Calvin, and he's completely proven everybody wrong there. So I'm gonna say yes, he deserves to be on that Detroit Lions Mount Rushmore.
And another thing, as a franchise, kind of, it's embarrassing the fact that you only had a great defense with this guy for one season, 2014, and you've never provided a running game for this long. That's absolutely embarrassing as a franchise, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, King. That's a good point there too, man. Awesome.
Absolutely. For what the Detroit Lions have given him, I think he absolutely does. I think it's, for the Detroit Lions, Mount Rushmore, it's Matthew Stafford, Kelvin Johnson, and Barry Sanders.
Oh, hold on. We was talking about Detroit Mount Rushmore. I thought we were talking about like the NFL Mount Rushmore. He definitely deserves on Detroit for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just bringing it up as, like, especially for us, absolutely. But as for the NFL, I definitely do, because, I feel like if he was with somebody else, I think he would have multiple Super Bowls. He has all the talent in the world too. Yeah. And he got better losing his number one wide receiver in Kelvin Johnson.
Yeah.
He started to see the field. He's the fastest player to 40,000 yards in NFL history. And
I think he was the fastest to 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 at all of them.
Yep. And he's had no team around him. Imagine that with an actual team. So absolutely, I feel like he should be definitely in Mount Rushmore of the NFL. Now, is he going to beat out Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. Hey, I got a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers after what he said today. If you're not on Twitter, like King said, I don't know what you guys are doing with yourselves.
Man.
I don't know if you've seen what he posted on Twitter, King, but
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, man. I do. Just on a football field, I wish he would break a leg. But yeah.
Hashtag
100%,
Yeah.
man.
But
Yeah.
for the Lions, yeah, no problem. For the NFL, that's you just it's too many quarterbacks that's won some things in front of them. Yeah,
Absolutely. You
it's
got
hard to get by. You know what I'm saying? Some guys with Super Bowl rings, man, and that's just when it comes to the NFL, that's the creme de la creme. You know, did you win? Is how you're perceived in the NFL. But when it comes to the Lions, absolutely, I can put them on Mount Rushmore.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is what is the one thing you are looking forward to in the 2020 season from your Detroit Lions? We will start with Mark Orum from Orum's Forum.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to for the 2020 season. I'd like to see them play some meaningful games at the end of their stretch, like in December. That's what I really want to see. That's the big thing I'm looking forward to, man, is playing some games where they can clinch a playoff spot or a wild card, something, anything like that. And yeah, that's my main objective for this year. Like, stay healthy, play some meaningful games in December.
Absolutely. What about you, Dat Dude Live?
I'm looking forward to the team clicking in every aspect of the game. Special teams, defense, offense. I want to see an overall great performance from everyone. We've got a ton of talent on every side of the ball. And not only do I want to see everything firing on all cylinders, but I want to see it firing on all cylinders, getting us our first division championship. I want us to finally be able to be respected in the league. And I think 2020 is the best shot that we got at doing this.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What about you, Everything King?
First and foremost, I want to see a season.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man. Where do I start, man? Shoot. Yeah, it's one thing I'm looking forward to is the New Orleans Saints game. I want them to take Drew Brees' head off. I'm definitely
That's right.
that.
Yeah.
Man.
But I'm looking forward to see, what Bob Quinn and them have in store. You have your guys that you drafted. You basically changed the face of this team. You brought in Daryl Bevel, man. We have I'm hoping, which is going to be a good defensive coordinator now. So I'm looking forward to see how this team can come together, man, and what they can do, man. It's just, oh man, I'm so ready for the season. It's crazy, man, because like I said, it's so much doubt already. And with the Lions having a healthy Matthew Stafford, man, a lot of the fan base alone, they act like the Lions were not, in every single game that they lost, especially without Matthew Stafford. When you look at the point differential, so and then they act like they don't know what was going on with the Lions. Like I said, we came out of training camp with players injured everywhere. That's never good for a team. So. Without your starting quarterback, man, you got your starting defensive lineman out there, shoulder braces on and missing games coming out the gate. And it's just never good. So, Hawkinson going down and, man, it was it was a bad start. I'm looking forward to them having a good start this season. That's what I'm looking forward to. A healthy start. Every single player should be healthy for the Detroit Lions, including Jared Davis.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Kerryon Johnson. So give me that. Give me the rookies that we just got, man. And, hopefully we can still do something in free agency, man. We still got plenty of time. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to a great start.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I think the
Yes.
number one, well, outside of having a season, I got to agree with King on that one. Outside of having a season, I think the one thing I want to see is health.
Yep.
That's the only thing I really want to see. Because if we have health, we can finally gauge what we have and what we don't have, what we need and what we don't need. And I think that will help Bob Quinn out tremendously, because now, okay, I know that we might be lacking in a pass rush. Could a Everson Griffin benefit us? Could a Marcus Golden benefit us? Things like that, and it help him make the proper moves going forward. And so I definitely have to see the health. The health is the most critical. And like King was saying, and everybody was saying, Matthew Stafford going down, it's hard to win. Granted, Jeff Driscoll, David Blau, and things like that were doing enough to win the game. It was our defense that wasn't able to hold on, because we were leading in 15 out of 16 games heading into the fourth quarter. It was our defense that let us down to a 3-13-1 record, or 3-12-1 record. I'm sorry.
12-1. Yeah. Well,
Yep.
That's still a loss. You might as well say it's a loss, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, that was heartening. Oh, disheartening. Ugh.
Oh yeah, that was definitely disheartening. So our next question is, what is one way we can improve the pass rush with the current players on the team? We will start with Dat Dude live.
One way we can improve it, especially from last year, is going literally off of what you just said, health.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That we couldn't see what we had, what we didn't have, like you said, last year, due to health.
Yeah, we came out the gate terrible, man. It just wasn't good.
Oh yeah, when you have Deshaun Hand and who was that other one, Austin Bryant and things like that, and then you paid, what was that, $7.5 million guaranteed and $9 million for
for 9 games.
Yeah, Mike Daniels.
For Mike Daniels, yeah.
Man, he's a cheerleader on the sideline, man. Jeez.
Yeah,
Man.
Max
got
was
duped.
coming out. You had Trey Flowers wasn't healthy. It just was bad, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I've never seen
Yeah, it
anything
reminds
like
me
that.
of the Mucinex commercial, man, when the whole family moves in. It was like the injury bug.
Literally all of your impact players on the D line came out the gate not 100%, man.
Absolutely.
That's completely unheard of.
Man, aside from health, I'd like to see them rotating people in properly, not putting too much stress on one specific player. Like, we don't want to do what we did to Snacks either, have him out there for way too long, more than he's ever been out there.
Yeah.
And, especially when you got a coordinator named Paul Pepperoni.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Either, man. He was the Jim Bob Cooter of defense last season.
Former Little Caesars manager.
Oh, man. Jeez. For sure. What?
Former Little Caesars manager. You can get that one, brother. But what about you, Everything King?
Yeah, man, most definitely. To improve the pass rush is definitely going to be health number one. But rotation is going to be something too. And like I said, your decisions are where you place people. Like I said, to me, Jared Davis cannot play middle this year. Put the boy where he's going to be successful. Everyone knew from day one where he would be successful, except the Lions for some reason. You know, the Lions have to stop putting players out of place. He's not your middle linebacker, man. Let that man be the shooter he is, man. Hopefully, they have enough competence to do that. I think Jamie Collins is going to help out tremendously, man. With him being a veteran and being able to teach, these guys some things, man. Also, look for a really good year from Jelani Tavai too, man. So, it's definitely going to be a fun season to watch these guys play healthy.
Absolutely. What about you, Mark
Yes.
Orum?
Well, the one thing that I really want to see is that they stop just rushing 3 down linemen.
Man.
Yeah, they would and I think that came down to health too, that we've all been touching on. So, they were literally rushing a nose tackle, a defensive tackle, and then they were rushing a D end. It was the weirdest scheme I've ever seen in football. It was like a 3-3-5. I can't even it's mind blowing. It's it was the weirdest scheme ever. And just hey, like King said, Paul Pepperoni, he's gone. Goodbye. And in comes Corey Unlin, and hopefully he changes stuff up. But they need the rush. 2 D ends, 2 nose tackles, and I think by them getting guys like Williams from Chicago proves that they want to get a pass rushing defensive tackle, and getting a guy like Akwara. So
Yeah.
I think they're leaning more on they better be about getting to the quarterback and creating some havoc, because they're not going to succeed if they don't do it like that, because their win rate last year against O linemen was 18 or something, 19%, maybe a touch higher, maybe 20%, but it was the worst in the league. And they need to do that, and they need to blitz a little bit more, man. Like King says, man, with Jared Davis, man, put him on the outside. So that's what they need to do, man.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he blitzed 16% the first year that he was here and 18% last year.
Who
Oh
Davis?
no, I'm talking about the overall Lions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we blitzed less the first year and had a bigger impact, but that was when everybody was healthy.
Yeah,
so I think they're still going to play a lot more man. But we definitely need to get to the quarterback regardless of how they do it.
Right.
I don't care. Just hit the quarterback. I want to see Aaron Rodgers fall down as many times as Stafford has, damn it.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah.
That's facts. That is definitely facts. I want to see that too. Man, I'm tired of seeing Aaron Rodgers standing up after a game. Come on.
And then just to get to the last 10 seconds of the game to kick a field goal to beat us, it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah. Especially when you were playing your tail off all game long. Yeah. That's really a gut punch.
Yep.
For me to improve the pass rush, I think Mark Orum hit it right on the nose, and everybody else with the health and rushing more than just 3. What are you doing rushing 3?
Yeah. Wow.
I was looking at him if he would have blitzed, it would have been a sack.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to be able to hold, whether it was Jared Davis or it was somebody else, nobody would have been able to, guard him, and it would have been a free shot. What are you guys doing? So a lot of that is definitely going to be health, putting the guys in the right positions, like you guys were all saying.
Yeah.
As well as, really trying to play for one another. I think that was one of the biggest things that I haven't seen from the Matt Patricia regime is playing for one another. You look at Matt Patricia in New England, it's totally different than a Matt Patricia in Detroit. Everybody in New England was playing for each other on the field every single play, whether they got their tail whipped or whether they whooped some tail. It didn't matter. They were playing for one another, and it goes a long way, because then you see that person next to you working their tail off, that person that's looking at that person working their tail off is going to try to work their tail off because, hey, I see you working hard. I want to work hard too. So it's contagious. So I definitely want to see them playing for one another. Regardless of what the fans say, regardless of what the media says, regardless of what the coaches say, play for one another, have each other's back, and go out there, rush more than just 3, and you guys stay healthy. I want to see what Austin Bryant has. The dude looks phenomenal in college.
He was a stud at Clemson.
Yeah.
Man.
Absolutely. I want to see a Deshaun Hand a full season, and stay tuned because that is my very next video, is a video on Deshaun Hand.
Nice.
And, I want to see these guys healthy and late in the season too, because every time we've been into the playoff, we've never been healthy. The closest to health was 2014 against the Dallas Cowboys, and even Matthew Stafford was still banged up in some sense.
Yeah.
So I want to see health, throughout the whole city or throughout the whole season, and also playing for one another. I think that is the most important part, is playing for one another. It shows unity. It shows, hey, I got your back. Just make sure you got mine as well. And, we should go out there and win.
Yep. But like King said too, though, like last year they were like, they lost a lot of games by like single digits, man. Real close games. Like they were playing for somebody last year. They maybe it was a little bit more for themselves, but they did come together a little bit last year, even though they only did win 3 games, man. But they were playing for something last year, man, because they were in every game except maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So
up until Stafford got injured, they were in every single game.
Yeah. Well, even when he went down, though, man, they were still kind of like playing hard. But like Trox says, it needs to be better this year, and it needs to get better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just to make it known, we see what's going on in the comments. We got some idiots in the comments, man.
Yeah, man. I noticed that, man. What
everybody. The heck? Euro, your mom smells like couch pillows. And Damian Estrada, your profile picture looks like some Miami Vice guy from the 80s. Anyway, so
hey, Damian Estrada, he's a good guy though. Real talk.
Yeah, he's talking a lot of smack right now.
Oh yeah, he's a Bears fan.
Of course he is.
He said the Lions was the NFC North chew toy, and the only thing screwed up is that hairstyle you're wearing, buddy. Anyway, spoil it for everybody, man. This guy Goku, this guy Euro, man. They are currently trying to destroy the fun in the chat right now. So don't let that mess up for you guys.
Absolutely. And I don't condone any sort of racist remarks in my chat. Moderators, if you see anybody being racist, get them out. Period. This is a no judgment zone channel. So if you see anybody acting a fool like that, get them out immediately. And they're going to stay blocked.
Sir.
Oh,
that's crazy.
So the next question is, what's the biggest concern, not on defense, heading into the 2020 season? We'll start with you, Mark.
I think the biggest concern besides the defense is, to me, is the O-line, especially the 2 guard spots. Because there's a possibility that we could have two rookie guards trying to protect Stafford and creating holes for Swift and Carry-On. That's a little bit concerning to me, even though probably Joe Dahl will probably win one of those spots. But there's a possibility that Stenberg and Jackson could be those 2 guys. Like, I love those 2 kids, but it's a little concerning. And Big V, man, there's a lot of talk about Big V, that he's not that good. I've watched some tape on that guy, man. His feet, he has really, really bad feet, as we were talking about earlier. Remember, with the hips and the feet. He needs a lot of work, but he's going to be the right tackle, obviously. But I'm just a little concerned about those 2 guard spots and that right tackle spot. Hopefully, they can man that up and get 3 guys that are going to be in there and stay there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, that dude live?
I'm going to have to piggyback off of what he said. I mean, we've seen Stafford have a good defense, but when you're only one-dimensional when it comes to your offense, it's just too easy for other defenses to take your offense out of the game completely. So in order for us to change the way that other teams play against us, we have to have a run game. And in order for us to get that run game, we have to have a solid O-line. So that I agree completely with you, Orum. That offensive line is the biggest question mark for me.
Absolutely. How about you, Everything King?
Yeah, definitely gonna go with the same thing, man. I pretty much the offense period. It's the offensive line and the running game, man. It's just that's the only problem on the offense. You know, we got solid quarterback, we got solid receivers, we got solid tight ends. The only question mark is that offensive line. Can they open holes for these running backs to be successful and make us a multi-dimensional team on the offensive end? We've been a one-dimensional team for so long, man, not having a running game, bringing in old guys like LeGarrette Blount and bringing in fat people like last season.
CJ Anderson.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
You know, finally don't have some old guys or some out of shape guys, man. We got a nice young group. So I'm looking forward to those young Lions to be able to do something this year, man. But it starts with the O-line. They gotta open some holes, man. Simple as that. Hopefully, Stenberg can get some things done. Run game. But yeah, that's the only question mark I have besides the defense.
Yes,
absolutely, and I'm going to have to definitely agree with all of that. The offensive line is the biggest key. If that offensive line can perform, your run game is going to be better, your passing attacks is going to be better, and you're going to get more one-on-one situations. And if I'm going to have to throw a ball to Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Quintez Cephas, Danny Amendola, Marvin Hall, TJ Hawkinson, like
DeAndre Swift,
Kerryon Johnson. Like, I mean, I got my one-on-ones. I'll take that. I will take that every day of the week because I know my guys are going to win. So
I feel comfortable knowing that if we go into the game, that we can score every time the ball is in our hands. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yep, and it starts with that
for sure
offensive line. Absolutely. So I guess we're gonna move on. What do Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn have to do to change the perception of the Detroit Lion fan base and buy in? We'll start with you, Dat Dude Live.
I'd have to say either the division, clinch the division, and if you do, you also still have to. Either way, it has to be a playoff win. We have to win a playoff game.
Okay.
Either way, if we lead the division, we still have to win our first playoff game. Or if we barely get into the playoffs, we still need to win that playoff game in order for me to be sold that the culture change is real.
Okay. I could definitely agree with that. What about you, Mark Orum?
Yeah, I think the main thing they really need to do, like change the perception, is they need to win. They just need to win football games. And and Bob Quinn's draft picks, they need to step up almost immediately. guys that like Tavai, they need to step up. He needs to prove why they picked him in the second round, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And Patricia needs to show. It was weird watching him last year in the sidelines. He really would like back away from everybody last year. I'm not sure if you guys ever noticed that last year, man. He would literally go off into the side with his arms crossed and never communicate with people. That was one thing that I noticed about him last year that was really disturbing. It was really strange. I've never really seen that from a head coach in the NFL. I don't know what his deal was. I know they weren't winning games, obviously, but they were in games. I just need to see him communicating with his players more, winning games, and like winning a playoff game. That's what I want to see.
Oh, one last thing. I don't want to see Patricia up on Gatorade Mountain again. He can't be injured either.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing too, man.
Even the coach came out injured. What are you?
I know, man. That's crazy, dude. Like we had everybody out, man, and then our coach was sitting on like a 4-wheeler. Like that's nuts, man. And Gatorade
Our
Mountain.
healthiest person was Paul Pepperoni.
What was going on last year, man?
Seeing our head coach injured should have been the first sign of, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Jeez.
Yeah, I was at training camp. Like, what is going on around here, man?
Man, were guys just dropping? Like, were guys just dropping at training camp, King?
Yeah,
Like-
man. It wasn't nobody was really practicing. Like all our main guys on the defensive line, none of them were playing. Darius Slade, he wasn't out there. It was like everybody was injured.
Man.
It was terrible, man.
Absolutely.
You know, how do you expect a team to mesh together when they come out the gate on one leg? It's just not. It's not a good situation.
Facts, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. What about you, Everything King?
Oh man, I got sidetracked. What was the question again?
The question was, what do Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn have to do to change the perception of the Detroit Lions fan base to buy in?
Be better than 9-7. Be better than 9-7, man. 9-7 was not good enough according to that man. So you got to show me that you can be better than 9-7. You have to give me at least 10 games this season for me to be impressed, because we got to go to the playoffs, man. So if we do get 9-7 and squeak in the playoffs, I'm good with that. But you have to put your money where your mouth is. You know, you came in barking that it wasn't good enough. Well, show me that it wasn't good enough. We gave you these years to get some of your guys in here. Now it's time for your guys to start producing.
Yep.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Facts. Man, that was a drop the mic moment. 9-7 ain't good enough. You have to go out there and, like King said, go out and win 10 games. You got to win the division. We have not won the division since it became the NFC North. Go win it. Go win a playoff game that we haven't done since 1991. If 9-7 is not good enough, that puts pressure on you to go out and make history. Win 10 games, win 11 games, win 12 games, win the division, win playoff games, challenge the NFC for a Super Bowl. That's what and it takes it game at a time. Go out there, give it your all each and every single week. You do those things, I think the fans will see that, okay, we got a real shot at this thing. If you look at, I don't want to kind of mix sports, but I got to in this. And shout out to the NBA. The NBA is back. But if you look at the 2004 Pistons, the 2004 Pistons started 16-13. And then in February, they hit a 6 or 8 game losing streak. And then they traded for Rasheed Wallace. In the playoffs, they had up and down, but they formed together and just said, you know what? Whatever happens. We're gonna work our tails off on defense, and it's gonna open up in transition with easier points. The same thing can happen with the Detroit Lions. if you play good defense and you can get an interception, get a decent return, guess what? It's going to open up for an easy score. Even if it's 3 points down, that you still walk in every single time with points. But when it comes down to wins and losses, you got to score 7 points or 6 points. Got to win. Got to hit them 6 points, because now that's putting pressure on the opposing team. You know, go out there and raise all Hades on the opponents. 60 minutes. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. You play for 60 minutes as one unit, one team with one goal. I'll put my money on that every day of the week.
For sure.
You know, but go out there and make history. Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn, even Martha Firestone Ford can do something that will last a lifetime, generational lifetimes. And that is going to compete for NFL Super Bowl championship, winning the division. Easiest way to the playoffs is win the division. Taking care of the teams that you got to, you know, not giving a recipe for somebody else to win a Super Bowl, but give yourself the recipe to win a Super Bowl. That's what I want to see. And that's what my perception of Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn will finally be like, okay, you know what? They're on the right path. Even if we don't win, they're on the right path. I can back them up and say, you know what? Give them one more year. You know, get them to where, okay, hey, this is our team now. You know, because I've always been a person, okay, you need 3 years. First year, you analyze your entire team. Second year, you break down your team. Third year, you go and build your team. You know, any years after that is a bonus to build your team.
Yep.
So the time is now. You have to go out and compete. You compete, the fans will back you up, because guess what? At the end of the day, just like Raiders legend Al Davis used to say, just win, baby.
That's it, man, right there. That's it.
We see the blueprint. We see what they've got on paper, and now it's time to see this be built.
Absolutely.
It's time to see it in front of us.
Absolutely. Have the fruits come to fruition. You know, you see all the talent that we got. Now it's time to show that talent. Show the world. Make a name for yourself.
Yeah, man. There's no more excuses anymore. There's no more excuses now, man. They got the offense. Their defense is getting better. There's really no more excuses. And they're 3 years in. Quinn's on his his 5th year now, I believe. This is 5 for Quinn, right?
Yeah, this is 5 for Quinn and 3rd for Matt Patricia.
And 3rd for Matt. Yeah. So this is it, man. These guys are literally tied to the hip now. So and they're both going into the water if they don't succeed. So that's true, right? It's true.
Absolutely. You know,
interesting. I don't mean to cut everybody off. I just thought it was interesting that Darius Slay is still in Detroit working out with people.
Is he? For real?
Really?
He's working out with one of our Detroit native players that play for Iowa State. And he just took a picture with Darius Slay today. They just had a workout on the east side of Detroit.
That's pretty cool, man.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, man. Like, why does Darius got to just like run his mouth though? Like, you know what I mean? Man, I like that, man. I love hearing that he does stuff like that, man. But man,
yeah, I wish he wouldn't. I mean, I understand. Like,
I mean, we're looking from a fan perspective, sitting on the couch. You know? You don't know what it's like in the locker room. You don't know what's being said behind closed doors.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right now we're just speculating.
Right. You know, and that's the thing that really gets me like wondering. It's like, you know, we don't want to hear all these things. You know, we want to just think of you as just a great darn player.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to hear, you know, kind of what goes on in the locker room, because we want to have that fandom of like, hey, we appreciate everything you did. You know,
Right.
you left with class, even though the situations might have been rocky. You know, you left with class. Like, I appreciate that. You know, and like King said, we don't know exactly what went on.
Of
It's
course.
just he said, she said.
Well, he didn't get along. Well, he didn't get
Yeah,
along
I'm
with
in and out.
Patricia, right?
I'm in and out on that situation because I kind of do want to hear what's going on because we've been historically a bad franchise for so long. I want to know what is going on when it comes between these players and the actual franchise. And like I said, Darius Slay was probably one of the last ones to say something. We had many before him to say some of the same things. And if you have that type of problem coming from leadership, then maybe that's what's been going on with our franchise.
Yeah.
So I it's a benefit. You don't want to hear it, but it's a benefit from it at the same time.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with Calvin. It's almost the same thing with Calvin Johnson, man. He won't work out with anybody. Like, he's never worked out with Galladay, and because he has problems with the franchise, with the bonus money and all that was taken away from him. So it's like, what happened there? Like, Calvin didn't speak for 9 years when he was here, man. And then all of a sudden he starts popping off about stuff about the organization. And it's like, oh man, that's Calvin, man. He don't even talk. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and
so
you can only take so much of something. So that's what makes me curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad Dude. What was that?
I thought he was cool, man. Last time I had seen him before he ended up retiring everything, he was a Detroit Lions, what was it, pop can machine?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, man, he must have a real good tie with Detroit. And then everything came out. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he still loves the city, man. I see him on pictures. I follow him on Instagram. He still wears Detroit gear. He still supports Nate Burleson's Detroit line. And,
oh yeah,
everything, man. He's still here first and foremost. But yeah, he still loves the city. It was just the issue franchise that we just don't know the full extent of what was going on over those years.
Yeah, Kelvin's got a business in Detroit, right? He's got a weed dispensary.
Yeah, best one in Michigan, man.
For real? Oh yeah. Yep. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that Calvin is still here, doing a lot of different things in the community as well. Man, I got nothing but hey, he can say whatever he wants. He got to pass it.
Oh man, I got crazy love for Calvin, man.
I mean, how do you go through being told you have to take prescription pills and can't, medicate yourself on your own terms?
Yeah, that's
if he doesn't believe if he doesn't believe in prescription medicine and he believes in herbal medicine to kind of clean that up, why not let him do it? If he's not hurting somebody or himself, why not?
I know. Well, they're allowing it now, right? They're doing it now all of a sudden.
They won't get suspended, but it's still technically frowned upon. I don't know exactly the details of like what the price is going to be. I don't know if they're going to take money out of people's checks or what.
Yeah, there's loopholes in there, right? There's some type of loophole where you can. I actually I don't even really know, but you can use, can't you? Like I don't really know the details of it though.
Well, as of right now,
for NFL players,
as of right now, as long as it's legal in your state, they won't be able to get suspended.
Okay, I gotta look into that more.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be looking into that more as well.
Yeah,
but it's a shame that he was told all that. Like, he got broken bones and ligaments and bruises and things like that. If he doesn't believe in prescription drugs, don't put it down his throat.
Exactly.
Don't push the narrative because, well, that's still a different conversation because I could get really into big pharma and things like that.
Okay. Yeah.
But
that's what that is. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. It's big pharma trying to push the narrative of, if you don't do it this way, we don't want you.
Exactly.
Being the NFL being a multi-billion-dollar or multi billion-dollar industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with a guaranteed injury rate where people can get onto prescription medication, it pretty much self-funds it.
Man, shout out to MicroMike in the comments.
Yeah,
man. Feel better, buddy.
it's all
Absolutely.
good, man. Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, gotta
Get better.
Absolutely. I definitely want to give a shout out to the Gridiron Blitz. Busy at work, still in the chat. MicroMike, sick as all can be. In the chat, I do want to give a shout out to Noble Sports and the Derrn. You know, guys, get well, stay safe, and man, hope to see you guys back on the show.
For sure, guys. Stay safe, man. Get well.
Absolutely. You know, so we did end all the questions. If you guys have any questions on the panel, definitely ask them. Or if you want to open it up to the chat, you know, the chat could put hashtag ISN and, you know, ask the question. We'll answer it on the panel for the last 45 minutes.
Come on with it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey man, what y'all think about Michael Ford, man?
Michael Ford, I like him. I mean, he's an under the radar guy, you know, but when he was in for us, he used to perform well.
I think he's a good backup.
Yeah, he's actually a really solid backup, man. He played really hard last year, man.
Yeah. What about you, Dat Dude?
Oh yeah, he's a very good backup. I would have rather had him in there than who was it? Who was the guy that we got rid of? I can't remember his name. He was horrible.
That we got rid of?
Yeah, we ended up getting rid of him. It was somebody. I think it was one of Bob Quinn's picks. Oh, I think it was the second round. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Tease Tabor?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh boy, that brings back that's a nightmare right there, bro.
I remember one game they had Ford in, and it was okay. He wasn't doing the best, but then they put in Tabor, and I'm just like, why?
It's not polite for you guys to start cussing. Okay, Tease Tabor is a cuss word.
Absolutely.
He was good in college, though, man.
He was in college, man, and like
he should have stayed. He should have stayed.
Should have stayed maybe during 2 more years. Work on those. Work on his track skills.
Yeah, I will say this with one Mr. Tease Tabor. I am completely sorry for that. I was on Rod Woods' neck that says, if you don't, I'm going to scream. Like, I was tweeting him every day. I was tweeting Rod Wood like, bro, you got to go get this kid. You got to go get this kid. You already drafted Jared Davis. You might as well. You got to get him.
Hey, man. He never gave up a touchdown in college.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. Like, man, what was his 40 time again? Like 5.2?
He didn't benefit well anyway from this system that we was running anyway. Like I said, without no pass rush, he's a guy that has to have a solid pass rush in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He cannot be out there left, to stick with guys. And that's just not his game. He has to have a dominant defensive line in front of him.
Man, I thought maybe they should have made him or tried to turn him into a safety.
Should have.
You know what I mean? Just make a ball hawking safety.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was unbelievable how he struggled.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's all it was. Is sort of out of position, just like Davis.
Yeah, like I said, that's what the Lions do. They will play you out of position in a heartbeat.
Yeah. That's one thing that we got to clean up. Play the players in position. Put your guys in better position.
Yeah, like Van Noy.
Be successful is just exactly. I was just heading there. Putting them in position to be successful is just something that we just do not do, man. Like I said, I hope that bringing in Jamie Collins, that you can switch Jared Davis, and he can become that Van Noy or anything else. Just something. Just do something. I don't.
Do something or anything. Yeah. For sure, man.
We do got a question by Detroit fan man. He says, I got a panel question. Can we talk about the roster cuts on O-line? If we keep 9, who do you got? Now, are you talking about who you got for keeping or who you got cutting? Put that in. Put that in the comments, Detroit fan man, and we'll answer it for you. We got one from Ramon the New Age says, "What y'all think about Michael Jackson Jr. making the roster?" We'll start with you, Dat Dude Live.
I honestly couldn't answer that. I don't know enough about him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to put out anything that I haven't actually looked into yet.
Okay, no, that's fine. What about you, Mark? Do you know about Michael Jackson Jr.?
Is that the kid that they picked up from the Chargers, the corner?
I believe so. Last year.
Yeah. I know he's he's a special teams guy. There's not really too much on that kid that you can actually talk about, like, for real. I know he was an undrafted free agent by the Chargers too, I think, and then we ended up getting him. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm kind of lost on him, but I did know that he played some special teams for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's a corner.
He's a corner. Yeah.
2-year guy. I don't think you're really gonna get too much anything out of him. Like I said, special teams dude, man. So we'll see if he can make a roster for special teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely agree, and I'm gonna say that if he can get on our practice squad and develop a little bit more, I think that's his best shot. I mean, I know he did play well in spot minutes, but overall, I'd rather see him on the practice squad getting better, and hopefully bring him on a little slow, so he's not in bad position, getting his confidence shook. Because the cornerback's best attribute is his confidence. If he has confidence, he's going to play hard because he's going to be like, well, I know I could do that, so I'm going to go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he wasn't, man. He was a pretty good player in Miami, by the way. But and he was taking a couple of picks after Oruwariye. So by the Cowboys, man, and we plucked him from the practice squad. So, like I said, I'm not expecting a lot. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Absolutely. I do want to send a special shout out to the Gridiron Blitz for the $10 super chat. Says, nice job holding it down for us, fellas. Travis and Mark, thanks to King and Dat Dude Live as well. Mike, take your butt to bed. To Dat Dude Live, thoughts on Everson Griffin? Why don't you want him?
Who doesn't want him? Why?
I just have a very strong gut feeling that if we get him, we will destroy him like we did Snacks. We always get great players towards the end of their career, give them the money. Then when they get the money, we either overwork them and force them into retirement, or they just don't transition into what we wanted. It's just a Lions type curse that we've got. I love the talent.
I feel you. I can't even lie.
I would hate, because I like Everson Griffin so much, and I would hate to be the reason this guy retires.
You make a good point there, Dat Dude. You make a really good point, bro. That's
really
not bad.
don't.
That's good.
I mean, I gotta agree and I gotta disagree. Like I understand, because like Everson Griffin is so phenomenal. It's super talented. Doesn't matter how old he is; it just performs. Like, I love that about him. But then, that little whisper in my ear.
This is the bigger question. This is the bigger question. Do you have enough faith in our management to use this guy properly and to actually make him into what we need him to be?
Oh, yeah.
That should be the question. How much faith do you have in our management? How much faith do you have in Matt Patricia?
Well, he would be the guy, like he'd be the bookend with Trey Flowers for sure. That wouldn't even be a question. I don't think his talent alone speaks for itself, right?
Right.
So if they got that guy sitting on the sidelines, man, like then it was a complete waste of time. But I think
Well, I
this
mean,
new
with the play calling, with the play calling.
with the play calling, well,
Do you think that they can put him in the proper position to be the best that we need him to be?
with this new D coordinator, yes.
Yes,
I do.
I was just about to say that. Yes.
Yeah.
When you look at his style of defense, it's actually a video that you guys should look up too, man. It's I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he breaks down the Lions defense to a T, and he showed how we were doing absolutely nothing to bring a pass rush last season, which still makes me think we was tanking. But yeah, he breaks it down to a T, man. And he also shows you our defensive coordinator's style of defense, man. And just from that alone, I would have to go ahead and take Everson Griffith, man. Him and Trey Flowers, I believe, can do some real good things together.
Yes.
The situation with Snacks, man. Yeah, we got him and we put him out of place. We had him. He wasn't comfortable doing what he had to do with the Detroit Lions. He made that known. So, but at the same time, the talent level on the defensive line with him, it was just so inconsistent. And with these guys being healthy this year, adding Everson Griffin to me will be nothing but an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Detroit Fan Man says, same question. Last year we kept 9 guys. Some are obvious: Decker, Dahl, Ragnow, Jackson, Stenberg, Big V. And then we got 3 more from the pool. Who you like in reserve? We'll start with Everything King.
I don't know, man. I think, man. Come back to me, man. I gotta pull this.
I can go.
Okay, that dude left.
There was somebody that we picked up in free agency, MicroMike. Shout out to you for putting me on game to this guy. One Bo Ben Schwa. I think that he can come in, and I think he can be a difference maker. That'd be one. I still think we have to keep Crosby. That would be 2. That last one. I don't want to, but I mean, I guess we'd have to because he's already familiar with the system. Abushi.
Yeah, you got
Abushi.
You got Kenny Wiggins. You got.
I'm not a fan of Wiggins. Friggin' Wiggins.
Yeah, man.
They got Josh. They got Josh Garnett too.
I forgot about that.
They got Josh Garnett too. That could maybe make a difference. He could step in.
Man.
Yeah,
this is tough.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about him.
Yeah, it's actually a good pickup by them.
I might actually take him over Abushi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm gonna agree with him on that, man.
Yeah, that's my 3.
Yeah. All right.
I'm agree with him, man. I'm looking at the roster right now. I had to pull it up on my computer, man. It's boy.
I was hoping we would get to see Ben Schwa last season. I think we might have in the very last game, but not very. He didn't play very many snaps, if at all.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hype on that kid the last couple of years, eh?
Oh yeah. And then we picked him up as an undrafted free agent. I was like, what?
That's right. Yeah. Man, Quinn always seems to do that. He always seems to get one of those high end free those UDFAs. I don't know how he does it, man.
Yeah,
hopefully he can pan out though.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he's been listening to us.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's the one thing I do want Bob Quinn here for is he always gets those guys like This year we got Hunter Bryant, number
Yeah,
one
that's
guy
great.
on undrafted free agency.
Absolutely
yeah.
insane. Absolutely insane that we got that guy. I can't even believe it. I'm serious. I'm serious, man.
I can't wait to see this offense, man. Good Lord.
I know. I'm so excited, man. So excited.
Absolutely.
You know, with the announcement of them saying that it probably definitely going to be a training camp and everything, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait until the day they say, okay, they're going to have a training camp, but it'll be available to fans. I will love that, man. Hopefully this, like I said, hopefully this virus will just go away.
I know, man.
Like, dude, training camp was so fun last year, man. It was so fun. I would love to go see these guys, man.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, man.
We got another question. It says hashtag ISM by Kool-Aid and Cornbread. Says, do you think Agnew has a chance to become a regular on offense? We'll start with Mark Orum.
On offense, no,
No.
man. He's a special teamer. That's what he is. You get the ball in his hands on a punt return or a kick return, and he can turn something into nothing. You know what I mean? He can turn nothing into something. But to actually crack the roster as a wide receiver, there's just too much talent on that. There's too much talent at that wide receiver spot. So I don't think it's going to happen for Jamal.
Okay. What about you, Dat Dude?
Yeah, man. if that's what he's going, he's
in trouble.
Yeah, man. I don't see that happening. But I mean, he is very fast.
Yes.
But it's gosh, why do they do this to us, man?
Hitting those hard hitting
Because
questions.
I like how Agnew bounced back, because I'm pretty sure he felt the heat last year after muffing those punts.
That's right.
And he definitely improved his game. He stepped it up, and in my eyes, that he showed that okay, he he was disappointed in himself, and he was willing to admit that, and he showed it on the field. But man, trying to beat out some of these wide receivers, man.
Yeah, like
Yes,
I don't know. I think he's going to be stuck on the special teams, if not on the team at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's just a special teamer, man. And shout out to Matthew Stafford for showing leadership when Agnew was going through that situation.
Oh yeah,
He was he was backing that guy 100%, man. And then he bounced back and he pretty much put everybody's foot in their mouth. So yeah,
one touchdown from a kickoff and one touchdown from a punt. I mean,
he's the special teams guy, man. Like I said, if they're gonna throw him in there and do some trickery or let him use his speed every once in a while, I have no problem with that. But
yeah,
a part of the offense, I don't think he's going to do that
for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to agree on that. I just think that our wide receiver depth is just way too much for Agnew, as well as even our running back core. I mean, what could he be? A fifth tight end? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even try that.
They would probably try to bring him out the slot and do some trickery with him or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if he got a couple
one of
plays
those
like
Matt Prater touchdown pass plays, something like that.
Oh yeah,
a little fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I was watching. What about the Amendola touchdown pass? We need more of that.
Oh yeah.
But I do want to say a shout out.
Nice.
I do want to say shout out to Go Lions for the $10 super chat. Says this is great. This flow deserves a replay. Likes up. Subscribe. Appreciate that, Go Lions.
Hey, appreciate that, Go Lions.
Appreciate that, bro.
I don't appreciate it. Get out of here, Go Lions. That's my guy, man.
Absolutely. Let me see if there's another one. I think I seen. I already answered that one. Gridiron Yuki says, ISN, what do you think about Brandon Ayuk bread and egg yolk. Being a San Francisco 49er. We'll start with do you guys know of Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah, I know who he is.
I'm not too informed. I'm again. There's a reason there's a lion on my avatar.
No,
Okay,
he's
Mark,
Sorry there.
Mark, what's your thoughts?
he's a heck of a wide receiver, man. He's really good. I like that. That's a good weapon for Jimmy Garoppolo to have. That kid has the most, like, his arms are ridiculously long. I've never seen anything like that on a wide receiver. And he's little. He's like, well, he's not little, but he's like, his arms are just like long, and he runs really good routes and he has great hands, man. It's a good weapon for Jimmy G.
Absolutely. Hold on, we got a caller in.
Oh,
Let's bring it in. What's going on, the Gridiron Blitz?
Oh, Grid.
What's up, gentlemen? What's going on?
what's up?
Hey, all right, Trav, I'm not going to be able to hear them, man, but I just wanted to say thank you so much to y'all to you, Travis, and Mark, for holding it down for us, man. We appreciate that. MicroMike, get better. TA, Derrn, we miss you, man. And I just got to say, man, that King, I appreciate you using your platform to speak out against what's going on, man. And not enough of us do that. So shout out to you, man. And listen, shout out to you two, because I actually asked that dude, did he want to fight over Everson Griffin, right? Just kind of joking. And YouTube would not let me hit enter. They told me to edit it. I was just gonna play with him and have some fun. Shout out to YouTube for shutting that down. And these gentlemen sitting at this table, man. This is what it's about. We got all types of people at this table, and we talking football. It doesn't matter. So shout out to you fellas. Travis, excellent job. Mark as well. And keep up the good work, man. I will holler at y'all.
All right, Gridiron, appreciate that, brother.
All right, man.
Thank you, Grid.
Yeah, thank you, Grid. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Mark Worm, do you know about him, and what do you think about him being in San Fran?
Yeah, man. I love him in college, man. He was a heck of a wide receiver, man. That was a really good pickup by the Niners grabbing him, man. Jimmy G needs weapons. So, and he's a really good one.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is true,
weapon.
but Steve-O just commented and said that he's got a 6'8" wingspan for a 6 foot tall guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's
some
nuts,
long
man.
arms.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. He has crazy long arms,
insane reach.
Yes.
6'1", 206 pounds with arms that he can scratch his kneecap standing up.
That's crazy, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's see if we got another question out there.
There's one right below that one. Alexander Kimura.
Oh yeah, right here. Yep. It says ISN. Imagine we get Clowney, Everson Griffin, and re-sign Kenny Galladay. 100%. That would be a steal and a huge upgrade difference.
Well,
yeah.
This isn't Madden, brother.
Yeah.
It's money everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a button we could do that I would definitely hit that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I probably lose it, man. I probably will.
That's not even possible, though.
Man,
if they don't win with this team, they deserve to be gone. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We get that.
Yeah. If they can't win with Everson Griffin, Jadeveon Clowney, re-sign Kenny Galladay, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'll be losing my underwear at Ford Field.
Oh, yeah.
George right there underneath that one.
Yeah, Jorge says, what do you call it? Panel, if Patricia does not last after this season, Do you think Stafford stays?
Ooh.
That's a good question. You want to go first, King?
Man, I don't. I think. I think Matthew's been here for so long, man. Oh man, I don't know. I just can't see him nowhere else, man. I just can't. I don't know. Maybe it's just my fandom. I just think he's just going to be here. You know, that's tough. Like I said, quarterbacks have a longer life in the NFL. So I mean, we got 40-year-old quarterbacks right now in the league that's still good. So
Yeah.
so does he stay? I think he will. It'll just be hard for me to see Matthew Stafford in another jersey. He actually genuinely loves this city. I don't know why some people don't want to believe that, man. But
I know.
he loves this city, man.
Oh,
Him
yeah.
and his wife loves this city, man. It'll be hard for me to see him go somewhere else.
Absolutely. What about you, Dad Dude Live?
I'll tell you exactly what will happen.
Oh,
He will stay here, finish out his contract, and if the team and the management that they bring in doesn't do well, they will say it was Stafford's fault. And when they get rid of him, use that to stay here longer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Mark?
I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay too, but I guess it just all depends. If Patricia goes, then the next coach, if he doesn't like Matt, then who knows, right? Like he might want to bring in his own guy. You never know. But
Oh yeah, they'll do that, but I just don't see them getting rid of all that money, man.
oh,
That's
same
a
here.
lot
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He'll
That dude,
finish
like,
out his contract. That's
yeah,
exactly
because his hit next year is pretty high too, isn't it?
I believe so. It's
I think it's
still
19 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he stays.
It's going to play a part too. And see, we have to think about something that's coming up. And like I said, I don't want to, wish this in existence. So don't take it as that, man. Martha Ford is very old, and we have to start looking at management after Martha Ford.
Yeah.
And what she wants to do with it. I mean, what that person is going to do with this franchise. We have to start thinking of those future things because, like, what is Martha Ford is what, 93, 94 or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, somewhere around that ballpark.
Yeah, not going to be around for
She's
forever.
very close to the casket.
Yeah,
Not
right.
to be
yeah.
mean or anything.
No,
I'm
I
just
know.
saying she's up there.
Yeah.
Well, who's like,
And she definitely wants to get one of those championships before she goes. So
yeah.
well,
So,
who's supposed to be the heir apparent? Is it her daughter? Because I know I do know that a lot of the kids don't want nothing to do with it except maybe her daughter. And I'm not sure which daughter it is, but I forget because I know Mike Valente talks about it sometimes on 97.1, and I just can't remember her name, but it's her daughter, obviously. She's the only one who's really interested in the Lions. Is that true?
I know his her son as well. Junior wants it as well.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be between Junior and the daughter.
Okay, maybe it'd
and
be both,
honestly,
right?
I'd like to see them both.
Yeah.
Hopefully they take it together.
I'm glad y'all brought that up. I want to do see if I can do a little digging on Junior, man. Like I said, I just want whoever is running the ship to be a football fan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No owner that's just doing it just to be doing. I want a football fan, somebody who has some football knowledge that's gonna make the right moves, man.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And I definitely think that Stafford stays. I mean, just due to the cap, But like King was saying, and the panel was saying, after his contract, I mean, who knows? And then also, who knows with the upper management? But 313 Clause says, ISN. If we start the season 4-0, do you think Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn will be done before the bye week?
He means 0-4 there, probably, right?
0-4, gotta be me. 0-4.
I think so. I think it might be 0-4.
Yeah, because they're 4-0.
Yeah.
They're 4-0, baby. They ain't going nowhere.
Still here.
Right. I'll go first on this one. I think so. I definitely think so. If you start 0-4, you got to be gone. Because the goal is, to compete for the playoffs. Teams don't make the playoffs starting 0-4, really. And if you do, you're one of a few in between.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think, Mark?
That's a tough one, man. If they started 0-4, they're pretty much out of the playoffs. Like, they're done there. Like, it'd be really tough to win. Like, they gotta win 9 or 10 more in a row, right, or something. Yeah, like they'd be really tough for them to. But I can't see Martha firing them at 0-4.
Yeah.
I honestly, I really can't see it. She's so like those Fords, man. They're so loyal, and it's like loyal to a fault, right? And it's like, I'd say yeah, but if I'm going to speak for Martha, no, I don't think they're going to be gone if they're 0-4 by week 5. No.
Oh wow. Yeah, I love Darius Slay, man. This guy is it's multiple guys he's working out with in Detroit. I think they're up at look like King High School or somewhere. And there are a bunch of Detroit natives that's playing for different colleges, but he's working out with at least about 5 or 6 guys right now. Well, not right now, but probably a couple hours ago. That's dope, man.
That's what's up.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to
Slay.
Yeah, that's dope. He didn't, like I said, you don't have to do that type of stuff, man. You don't even have to be here to be honest.
Yeah, technically you should be in Philadelphia. Because
it proves what he said. What he said is valid, man. He loves the fans, man. It was just he had issues with, management right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Alexander says, do you think Hawkinson breaks out? I think we all answered that one earlier.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
See another question. Alexander comes in with another. Oh, he already said that. He typed it in again. Okay. So if you guys got any more questions, let us know.
Here's one for Mark. Oh, from Gridiron Yuki. It said, "What's it like to live in Canada?"
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. It's cool to live in Canada. Yeah. No, it's really cool to live in Canada, man. I've been here most of my life. My dad's from Windsor, Ontario, here where I live now, and my mom's from Redford Township. But we've lived in Canada my whole life, man. It's good. It's cool here. It's a little boring. You know what I mean? But it's all right. Boring now when you're married. You know what I mean? Man, I still love my wife though. I do.
I used to love coming to Canada. I used to go to Wheels Inn a lot when I was younger, man. Oh yeah, Wheels Inn, right on, man. Cool. Yeah, man. I just want to say something else. They have a march going on at Belle Isle downtown. It's a Freedom March. They got Coach Dwayne Casey from the Pistons, players from the Pistons. You have Joy Bell, a couple of Lions players down there. They've been down there since 4 o'clock. That's awesome, man. That's cool.
Yes, I seen that. What do you call it? Coach Casey was there and all that. I didn't know Joy Bell was down there though. I know a couple lines. I just didn't know which lines were down there. That's what's up though. Yep, that's cool, man. That's good, man. Love that. West Branch Ball comes in with a hashtag ISN. Do you know what happened on this day in 2008? 2008. I think I do. But we'll go with you, Mark. I think this is this when the Red Wings won something? The Red Wings? I think I seen this earlier, man. That's the only reason why I know. I believe that is what the Red Wings won today in 2008.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That I did not know.
If that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Well, we will definitely look that up real quick. I believe that is. Yeah, it was. It was June 4th against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, Gridiron Yuki. Oh wait, where's it? Just okay. He says, hashtag ISN. Do you think the Lions will have an easy W against the Saints?
Mm.
You know what? I was going to say, go ahead, Dat Dude. Sorry, bro.
Oh, it's fine, man.
I was going to say no. I was going to say no at first, but now that like Drew Brees ran his mouth, I think people are going to be gunning for him, man.
Man, you better hope his offensive line block for him this season.
That's what I'm saying too, bro. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, man. You might see a little bit of Taysom Hill back there because he could be in a little bit of trouble. And I think people are going for him. I'm sorry to say it, man, but I think he's dug himself a hole that I'm not sure he's going to be able to get out of.
And let's not get it twisted, man. You know, Drew Brees has done a lot for the city of New Orleans,
True.
Especially a city that's 60% minority. He's done a lot. He just was boneheaded and said something at the wrong time. It's not that it was just not the time for him to say that.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he's like anything like he's racist or anything like that. I meant nothing like that. I just mean there's a lot of guys that I don't think are going to take his apology very well.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. They're absolutely they're gonna try to kill him.
Shout out to Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams says bleep their apologies to Drew Brees and who was the other quarterback? Jake Fromm.
Yeah, they're gonna try to kill those guys.
You know what I mean? That's bad, man. That's bad news.
Another team that's going to have some issues is the Tennessee Titans, man. You know, they just paid Tannehill, dude. You know, Tannehill had nothing to do with their success.
No.
You franchise tag Henry.
Yep.
That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a problem. That's definitely going to be a big problem, man. And Michael Bennett Martellus Bennett is definitely speaking on that right now as we speak, man. But yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Oh yeah.
I just need all these teams to fall apart, man. That's what I need.
That's what we need, bro. Yeah.
See, I have the opposite feeling about that because you know how our media outlet does with stuff like that. Oh, well, their team was crap, so they sort of got the bye. So they're going to try to make it any way possible for our victory to be unofficial. They're going to try to, they had this happen, so yeah, anybody could have beat them. And I want to beat these teams at their best. That's how I want to. That way there's no arguing.
Like how Matt Patricia beat the New England Patriots the year that they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They said, "Oh, it's everything that Detroit or the Patriots what do you call it did
no,
wrong."
I think Edelman was gone that game. I think he was
they were copping out on everything.
Yeah. Oh, Edelman wasn't there. It'd have been a different story if he was. So it's not an official win. I want none of that. I want them to be firing at all cylinders and just be outplayed by the Detroit Lions.
Absolutely. That's how you earn respect.
As far as the Saints, I think it won't be an easy win just because we always have a shootout with them.
Yeah.
And depending on if we're still only going to rush 3, then, I mean.
I think that those days are done, I hope, bro.
Yeah. But I think it'll be a shootout.
King, did you want to chime in on if the Saints was going to be an easy win?
No, I'm not going to say easy win, but a possible win. It depends on going forward, the situation with that team. Like I said, if it does disrupt the chemistry, that could be vulnerable. Never an easy win against the Saints, man. Especially with us, it's always a battle. It's a shootout.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
know,
because even if Breeze isn't out there firing it, it'd still be Kamara. We'll still have to try to stop him.
yeah, man. So
Exactly. Yeah.
we do pull out a win. I don't think it'll be easy at all.
Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I hope it's going to be fun for us Detroit Lions because, hey,
I just
got
don't want to see a
hitters.
blowout.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Lions blowout. When have we ever really blew out the Saints?
Oh no, I'm talking about us getting
Oh,
blown out.
yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
rephrase that.
I don't want a repeat of the playoffs when we played them and they blew us out.
Or of week 1 against the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh. I lost some friends on that game, man. I lost some friends. I came back to Windsor. And I wanted to. Let's just say I wanted to go after some of my buddies. Yeah, man, that was a rough one. Rough.
Yes.
Alexander Kimura says, hashtag ISN, how much yards do you think Swift will have? We'll start with you, Dat Dude.
Depending on if Carry-On stays healthy, if Carry-On stays healthy, I think that he will have around maybe 700 to 900, so right around 800 probably, and Carry-On will have right around maybe 600-700. But if Carry-On is injured and he's forced to be the cowbell back there, then I think he could hit 1,200. I think he could, so long as this O-line is relevantly healthy and actually giving him holes to run through. I think he could hit 1,200.
Okay,
and I think that'll reduce his touchdowns though. I think he'll be more. I think we'll use our tight ends more so for the red zone, and not really go with the run.
Okay. What about
But
you?
to drive down the field, I think they'll use Swift and Carry-On.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
I guess it all depends on like what that dude said with what's going on with Carry-On there. I think he's capable of getting over 1,000 yards easy. I think he's got that type of ability for sure. But
Yeah.
I still want to see a committee. You know what I mean? It'll be
Style.
Yeah, just like the New Orleans style, man. You know what I mean? You can have Carry-On be the smasher, and then Swift can be the Kamara part, man. I can totally see him doing that too. I think Bevel's absolutely licking his chops seeing these two guys.
Don't forget about Scarborough.
And don't,
Scarborough.
Exactly, man. He's that hammer, right? So,
oh
He
yeah,
reminds me of Elliott, man. He falls forward.
yeah.
That's it. But I definitely can see Swift getting. I can see him getting about 800 to 1,000 yards. Why not, man? For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Definitely can agree with you guys on that, man.
Oh wow!
Definitely do believe it's going to be running back by committee. It's man, Carry-On health. His health plays so much, man, because the talent is there, man. We all know it. We all witnessed it. You know, he's going to get positive yardage. He's not an easy guy to tackle either. Be it his size, you wouldn't think that, man, but Carry-On run guys over. He stiff arms the heck out of people.
Oh yeah.
You know, but like I said, he's a smart runner. His body just has to hold up, and if he can do that, man, we'll be in a good place. But I can definitely see 800 to 1,000 yards happening.
Yeah,
that offensive line is just going to have to produce, man. They're definitely going to have to produce.
Absolutely. I could definitely see, in the thousands for, like 1,000 yards for both Carry-On and Bo, and about like 500 to 800 yards for Bo, depending on, certain situations and things like that. I definitely think that all of our backs are going to get some run.
Right.
And it's gonna take some yards away from Swift and things like that.
For sure.
But I want a positive run game. So for me, it doesn't matter who gets the yards. I want the team to get the yards. So
yes,
it's all one unit. Shadow Chief, I'm going to have him be the last comment of the day. It says hashtag ISN. What do the Lions have to do to climb out the top of their division?
Mm.
We will start with Mark on this one.
What do the Lions have to do to climb to the top? Oh, well, there's a bunch of things they need to do, right? They need to play some solid defense. I just want to see them play average defense. Just be like, I'm not expecting a whole hell of a lot on their defense this year. I'm really not, even though I do like a lot of their additions. But play average defense, and I think the offense will carry them. And then they could possibly win that division. I still think the Vikings are going to be hard. I don't have any faith in the Bears because their quarterback situation is poop. And the Packers, I think they're kind of falling apart as well. So I think the only real obstacle is Minnesota, and they just.
You still there?
Play
Mark?
some average D, play lights out. Yeah, well, you can't hear me, guys?
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
sorry,
hear you
man.
now.
Oh, okay. Did you miss that whole thing?
Just the last part.
Yeah, couple sentences.
Oh, I think I just said just play average D, play lights out offense, and then you can possibly win that division. I think Minnesota's the only obstacle, really.
Okay. How about you, Dat Dude Live?
Well, if we want to climb to the top of our division, it's going to start with winning division games. Last year, I don't think we had one division win. So if we can get that up to 5-6, then we have a very good shot at being on top in our division. But we definitely have to win the division games, and not only the division games, but also the NFC games.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What about you, Everything King?
Defense just gonna have to be solid, man. We're just gonna have to win those games that we're supposed to win at home. We definitely can't come out there and lose to teams like the Jaguars and stuff like that. That just can't happen this year. Just need to focus on winning those winnable games. And man, that defense is just the biggest part for me because, like I said, it's not like the Lions were losing games by multiple touchdowns.
No.
Health and defense is the biggest thing. It's just that is the topic of the Detroit Lions this year. Health, defense. That is it overall for every situation. Even with offense, man, is the offense going to be successful? Well, that's if the defense can stop somebody from scoring. So,
For sure, man. Yeah.
hand in hand, man.
Absolutely. And health on the offensive line, too. Get your like.
Mhm.
That's one thing about losing T.J. Lang and Rick Wagner. They were never healthy together. It was either one or the other or one. It's like, can we just have a healthy offensive line for once? See what we got.
I know they were always banged up. I know there was never
It's
good
almost like a
gelling.
tag team match. You're in.
Right.
For sure.
But I definitely agree. Health and defense, apply that pressure. And just like that dude said, it starts with the division. Take care of your division. That's 6 games right there. You get 8 home games. You take care of home, you take care of the division. You win the games that you're supposed to, and you sneak out. I've always said, if you win all your home games and you split the road, you're at 12-4. There's no reason why you can't win a division at 12-4. And if you don't, then you tip your hat off to the ones that did, and you keep it moving. And
I will say the Chargers did that in 2018 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah,
12-4.
Yeah, I know.
Wild card.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You know,
That's about what the Lions would do. We'd get 12-4, and Green Bay would be right there, just with that one extra victory over us.
13-3.
I guess we're a wild card now.
I hate that. But that's the team that I want to sweep. Sweep
Yes.
the Green Bay Packers if you can. I did have them splitting in my early after the season prediction or after the draft prediction. I did have them splitting, but if we can sweep the division, I would love that.
Oh, I got a sweep in them this year. I think the one is what Orum said. Vikings. I've got a splitting with them.
Yeah, Vikings are always usually a pain in the side unless you have a Golden Tate. Golden Tate was the kryptonite to the
Yes.
Minnesota Vikings.
So come on home.
Hey, absolutely.
Or Amendola.
Yeah. But
You guys there?
I think Trox went out.
Mark Orum?
Okay, there we go.
Okay. We're gonna go to our closing statements. Do you got something to say, Dat Dude live?
Hey man, it's been great. I love coming on here talking football. That's really all I really want to do. Spend my time with my family and watch the Lions. So thank you guys for having me, man. It's been awesome. Thank you. Also, thank you for the chat, man. You guys had a lot of great comments and a lot of really good questions. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. And if you guys are not subscribed to Dat Dude Live, I have his channel link in the description, as well as Everything King. But King, do you got any final words?
Like I said, once again, shout out to MicroMike, GRIDIRON, Noble Sports Entertainment, man. I appreciate it every time that you guys have me on these shows. Big up to Trox, man, for holding this platform and allowing us to do this today, man. We need to talk football in these times we having right now. Man, in the midst of a pandemic, plus very high tension that we have in this country right now. So definitely subscribe to Dat Dude, man, and Mr. Mark here. I've been watching your videos at work every night, Mark.
All right, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah.
I need the content, man. Like I said, it's like a drug. It's like an anti-drug for me, man.
For sure.
My mind clear. It keeps my mind off of things that's going on. So, shout out to Dose Dion too, just for bringing that up with the, 60,000 videos a day. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That guy kills it, man.
Yes,
yeah, he does, man. I love the young man. But yeah, thanks for the opportunity for having us on here, man. And I just want to say I hope everybody have a safe night out there. And be respectful and be sensible. It's just a tough time in this country right now, so we need each other. But go Lions.
Yeah.
Facts, brother.
go Lions.
Go Lions. Mark Orum, do you got any final words?
Yeah, guys, I just want to say thanks for having me on again today, man. It's great being a part of this network. You guys are awesome, man. A quick shout out to everybody on the panel. Quick shout out to all the boys in the comment section, to Grid, to MicroMike, Noble, Derrn. Be safe out there, brother. Yeah, man. It's just 2020 has been a kind of a jacked up year so far, man. We just all need to stay together. We all need to love each other, man. We all just need to be cool with each other. Just be one, man. And
One pride.
Yeah, man. One pride. Go Lions. Detroit versus everybody, baby.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. And if you guys want, I got every single member of the panel as well as the ISN in the description. Make sure you subscribe. If you guys can, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. It'll be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, I love you guys. Please be safe. And don't do nothing, that you wouldn't want done onto you. And you know, and hopefully we can see you guys. But you know what? With that being said, please stay safe. Wash your hands. Love you guys. And we're gonna end it with some positivity for you guys.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Courage, strength, leadership, bravery. Sheep follow the leader. They follow the herd. They don't know where they are going. Many times they are led to the slaughterhouse, but they keep following. They don't leave. They don't use their mind. A lion leads. It's about having the courage to stand and fight for your life, having the strength to go bravely in your own direction, even if others walk away. You tread your own path. Only you know what's best for you. Only you know what path to take. Only you know your courage, your strength, your heart. Everyone has the heart of the lion inside of them. Let it out. Let it scream out of you. Like the lion, unleash the beast in you. Attitude is what you think, what you do, and what you feel about yourself. Attitude is everything in life. Guess what? Whether you rise or fall, everything is based upon the attitude that you showed up at that moment. Your attitude determines your altitude. Listening carefully. I've been through tough times. I've experienced it, and I want you to know that it wasn't my money that got me this far. It was my attitude towards life. It was my attitude to keep going when the going gets tough. That is the lion attitude I'm talking about. The question is, what is your attitude towards life? What do you think of yourself as I'm talking to you now? Do you think of yourself as how God thinks of you? Or you think of yourself as how friends and family members think of you? You need the lion attitude. The attitude to take charge of your destiny. You need the lion attitude that says, I can. You need the lion attitude. The attitude that says, I will, because I'm bold enough to fight. You need the lion attitude if you are standing in for greatness. Real lions, they are hungry when the time comes for their mission. Lions are not followers. They are leaders who lead the rest of the animals. Become a lion. Be fearless. Don't talk. Walk the talk.
Go Lions.
Yeah.